And now we are joined over the phone by Mr. Nabil Negmeldin, a specialized writer in foreign relations. Good afternoon, Mr. Nabil.
Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir. I'm fine. So Egypt will host an emergency Arab summit on February 27th in Cairo to address recent and escalating developments in the Palestinian issue. How this summit adds to Egypt's restless efforts to end the suffering of Palestinians and support Palestinian cause?
Egypt is always putting this issue, the Palestinian cause, at the top priority of the Egyptian national security.
Yes.
And the sacrifices which this country and the people of Egypt have made since 1948 is clear, and nobody could argue about it. So when Egypt has realized, Egyptian leadership has realized that the situation is getting really out of control, Washington, D.C., and that elect president is doing unlawful, illegal things with the Israeli prime minister, Egypt has called for this Arab meeting at the level of the top level of the leaders, because the situation is totally unacceptable and totally dangerous.
Yes. How do you see Egypt's unwavering position regarding displacements of Palestinian people?
Egyptian stance was set clear by His Highness President Sisi. President Sisi has put it very clear. It is not acceptable. Egypt will not accept any Palestinian immigrating by force. If they come as brothers, they are most welcome to come and visit, to come and do business, to come and have education, medical care. But Egypt will not open its gate to any movement of the Palestinians by force. The American concept is not going to be accepted, and other Arabic capitals have done the same. So I have written an article saying Palestinian people are not Red Indians, and Mr. Donald Trump should reconsider his stance and should not behave outside the international law.
And what is your assessment of Egyptian Foreign Ministry's contacts with the international community regarding Palestinian cause and its role in reaching the ceasefire deal?
Dr. Badr Abdul Ati, the Egyptian Foreign Minister, is doing a great job. I'm so much optimistic with his behavior. He's doing a very good job, Mr. Badr Abdul Ati, and he's gaining respect of all his counterparts. He has done contact with his counterparts in France, China, Latin America, Africa, and I believe very much this man is doing a very good job when it comes to Egyptian foreign policies.
And sir, how do you see Egypt's regional role in the Middle East and Africa and its role on the international level, especially when it comes to the Palestinian cause, also how it mediates between the different sides?
My dear, everybody in the area knows the central role of Egypt. And international capitals, they do recognize the regional influence and the regional role of Egypt. Egypt is not just a normal country. Egypt is the heart of this part of the world, and Egyptian leadership is totally aware of this, and it is behaving out of such responsibility, because when you are classified as a influential player, it's a great responsibility, and President Sisi is acting out of such responsibility, and I believe very much that the Arab summit, which is going to be conducted and held in Egypt, is going to come out with a clear Arabic unified stance. And this is what Egypt is going to put on the table. By the way, the danger is not only surrounding the Palestinians. No, the plot is targeting all the Arabs in this part of the world. They are starting by Gaza, then they're going to move to Syria, Jordan, Sinai, and maybe the Arab Peninsula. So I would like to greet the Saudi, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as a stand. And it is going through that Egyptian Saudi high commissionary, ministerial high commissionary for relations. Riyadh and Cairo are going to play a quite role in this summit, and I'm very, very much optimistic with such attitude from the Arab countries to support the Arab interests.
And sir, what are your expectations for the upcoming Arab summit on the 27th of February?
I think number one, and I can read the communique from now, the first line of the Arab Summit communique will be refusing Mr. Trump's vision, refusing totally what he said of displacing Palestinians. That's number one line. Second line will be reminding the world that the Palestinian cause is not a people, or it's not an issue of refugees. No, it is an issue of a land, a state, and people. And number three line will be that the Arab state will stand behind the two-state solution. A Palestinian state in Gaza, West Bank, and the capital will be East Jerusalem. And that land, the land of that state, will be the land which has been occupied by the 5th of June 1967. Number four line will be enhancing the humanitarian and medical support for the Palestinian people. So I believe very much that those four lines will be the core of the final communique of the 27th February summit.
I'd like to thank you, Mr. Nabil Negmeldin, a specialized writer in foreign affairs relations. Thank you for being with us. Dear viewers, short break and we'll be back, so stay tuned.